Hey there, music lovers. Today, we're diving deep into the world of Ableton's compressor effect, a powerful tool for leveling up your tracks. Compression is all about controlling the dynamic range, and a good compressor can give your track that polished, professional edge from subtle smoothing to full-on punch. So, what does a compressor actually do? A compressor reduces the gain of signals that go above a set threshold, bringing down the loud peaks and giving you more headroom to turn up the overall signal. This means your track will sound louder and more punchy without actually increasing its peak volume. Two key settings you'll need to understand are threshold and ratio. The threshold slider sets the level where compression starts. Signals above this threshold get turned down. The ratio determines how strong the compression is, controlling how much the signal is reduced. For example, with a ratio of 3, if a signal above the threshold increases by 3 decibels, the output will increase by only 1 decibel. The higher the ratio, the more aggressive the compression. Now, keep an eye on the orange gain reduction meter. This shows how much gain is being reduced at any given moment. If you see a lot of reduction, like above 6 decibels, you're really squashing those peaks, which might be what you're after, but be careful, because too much can flatten the dynamics of your track. Remember, less is often more. Next, you've got the output control, which lets you raise the overall volume of the compressed signal so it sits right in the mix. Enable the makeup button to automatically adjust this level as you change the threshold and ratio. Want more control over your sound? Try using the dry-wet control to blend between the compressed and uncompressed signals. This can give you the punch of compression without losing the natural dynamics of your original track. The knee control is another powerful tool. It adjusts how gradually compression kicks in as you approach the threshold. A hard knee applies full compression at the threshold, which can sound harsh. With a soft knee, compression starts gradually as you near the threshold for a smoother, more musical sound. Ableton's compressor has multiple display modes. Collapsed view shows only the basics, while the transfer curve and activity views give you visual feedback of what's happening to your signal. Use these to set the knee parameter, see input levels, and check your gain reduction. The attack and release controls are essential for shaping the compressor's response. Attack sets how quickly compression kicks in once the threshold is crossed, while release determines how quickly the compressor stops compressing after the signal drops below the threshold. For rhythmic tracks, experiment with these settings to preserve punch without distortion. Set a slower attack if you want some transient detail to shine through, or a fast release if you want to avoid pumping effects. And for added precision, try the Lookahead setting. This delays the input signal slightly, letting the compressor react in real time to sudden peaks. Ableton offers 3 options here: 0 milliseconds, 1 millisecond, and 10 milliseconds, with longer lookaheads giving smoother, more controlled compression. Finally, let's talk modes. Ableton's compressor has 3 main modes: peak, RMS, and expand. Peak mode responds instantly to short peaks, perfect for limiting tasks. RMS mode is a bit more relaxed, compressing only when the level stays high, ideal for a more natural musical compression. And with expand mode, you can actually increase dynamic range by making the louder parts louder relative to the quiet ones. Switching between linear and logarithmic envelope shapes also changes how the compressor responds. In lin mode, the attack and release times control speed. In log mode, the compressor adapts to the signal for smoother, less noticeable compression. Sidechain compression is another powerful technique, but we'll leave that for another video. If this breakdown helped, don't forget to follow, like, and book a coaching call with me to dive even deeper into mastering your mix. Quick question for you: what's your biggest challenge with compression? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to help. Until next time, keep creating and stay curious.